Yesterday, while I was on my way to work, driving in the car, the Predator trailer dropped. So I didn't have time to review it until today, and I'm going to do it now. But of course, you know, I was reading a lot of chatter about it, articles, and it was trending on Twitter for a long time. And I was actually initially concerned because even though the original Predator movies, especially the first one, those are like the sci-fi action classics. The one with Arnold Schwarzenegger, that's like, I think, a classic sci-fi horror movie, right? But that came out so long ago, and even though everybody today, I think, knows or has heard of Predator, I didn't know if it would be as popular, if people would be interested in it today. But apparently they are, because when that trailer dropped, it was trending on Twitter, I saw for like at least 2 to 4 hours yesterday morning. And I was like, wow, that's cool. I was like, good, Predator, nice job. But anyways, I was looking at the chatter, and it seemed like reviews of this trailer were mixed. Like, there are people who were like unimpressed, people who were like, oh, it was okay, and people who did like it, but, you know, it was all over the place. But now, you know, I want to find out for myself, so let's watch it.
Tell me about the mission. Did you see anything unusual?
Like an alien, you mean?
You saw something.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And your men? Someone or something tore them to pieces.
I think they're attempting hybridization. They're upgrading on every planet they visit.
We need to know if you pose a threat.
We're assassins. Isn't posing a threat kind of the point?
I thought that was all right. I mean, I didn't think it was bad. I mean, I thought it was decent. I mean, it definitely doesn't... I was always going to see this movie anyway, because I see movies like this all the time. But, you know, this makes me feel, you know, like, okay, I'm game, you know, even though I was already going to see it anyway. I guess I was already game, but this doesn't make me less excited to see the movie. I'm cool with it. I mean, it certainly wasn't a bad trailer at all. I think it's at least okay, and it definitely does... I'm interested. And I read an article saying that people were confused. And I didn't think this was a confusing trailer at all. I think it's pretty straightforward. I think, if I understood it correctly, like a predator alien, or maybe more than one, has come to Earth, and there's an agency that's sending out these assassins to investigate to see if this alien's deadly. And of course, you know, they're going to find out that it is. And that scientist lady, Olivia Munn, has discovered, or maybe someone else discovered, and she's just a part of the team, the science team, that these predators, this group in this movie, they're adapting to planets they go to, I guess, get new abilities from their environments, and they're retaining them to go when they go from planet to planet or whatever. I think that's what she said, right? So I guess they're giving the predators an upgrade in this movie. And I guess from a narrative perspective, I can see why they made that decision, because they need something, I guess. They feel they need to make this movie stand out from the other Predator movies, like to not just have it be the same old regular Predator that we've seen in like the previous 3 or 4 Predator movies that have come out. And so how do they do that? By making it so that they're like, you know, genetically modifying or upgrading themselves and putting more than one. I think there's more than one in this movie. That's what she was suggesting or whatever. We might have seen more than, that might not be the same Predator in each clip we see a Predator in. That's what I was getting from this trailer. So that's cool. Boyd Holbrook stood out. He was the guy, the blonde guy in the beginning, being questioned, interrogated at that table. He also played Pierce in Logan. So it looks like he's playing the exact same kind of character in this movie in terms of personality and mannerisms. Looks like somebody's being typecast, but that's fine. He's getting I'm sure he's getting paid nice money to be typecast. He stood out to me. You know, he had kind of that, you know, edge to him. I thought it was interesting in the beginning where they had that little boy, Jacob Tremblay, I guess activating the toy plane or spaceship, and it seemed to be activating or piloting a Predator ship on space. And I couldn't tell the way they were editing it, if it was supposed to look like he's controlling that ship, or if they were just editing it so that it was mimicking his movements or whatever. Like, that's intriguing. Who makes a toy plane that can control a real one, and what for? Why is it in this little boy's, room? So that's intriguing. Like, what's the storyline going to be? I mean, not in a bad way. I'm interested. Like, But anyways, the movie as a whole, it looked fine to me, but it did look like, it looks like a lower budget movie. And I don't say that in a bad way. I mean, not every movie needs to have a huge budget. And just because something has a low budget doesn't mean it's going to be a bad movie. I'm just saying, because when you say the term low budget, a lot of people immediately, that has a negative connotation, but it doesn't. Not in this case. I mean, I don't think you need to have a high budget to do a Predator movie. Not with the effects people can achieve these days. I mean, you can do it on a small amount of money. And this does look like a movie that has a smaller amount of money, but spent well. I'm excited. I know a lot of people, the jury is still out for them about whether or not Predator is still a franchise they're interested in, or if the franchise can ever return to the glory of the original Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. But we'll see. I mean, I have enjoyed a lot of the Predator mythology they tried to explore in later sequels. And, the Dark Horse comics was doing some interesting stuff with the Predators. If you read the Dark Horse comics, you know anything about them. So, I think it's possible the Predator could have a renaissance of a sort. Maybe. Will this movie do it? I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it will, but I also don't know that it won't. I mean, this trailer I thought was decent. I'm sure we'll get more trailers as we get closer to the September release date. So, let's see. I'm going to give the Predator, this one, the benefit of the doubt. It did okay. Maybe it'll do even better with future trailers. But what do you think? Was this meh? Did you have like kind of a meh reaction to it like a lot of people did? Or did you think, all right, or did you think it was bad? Please like this video on YouTube. I appreciate your viewership, and subscribe to the channel. And I will talk to you soon. Bye.